As defined in the D&D Player's Handbook, an ability check, quote, tests a character's or monster's innate talent and training in an effort to overcome a challenge. From climbing a wall to making your case to the local authorities, if you want to do something in-game that has a chance of failure, it's going to take an ability check. Fortunately, an ability check can be carried out in 3 simple steps. Step 1. Tell the DM what you'd like to do. Step 2. Find the correct modifier on your character sheet. Step 3. Roll a d20 and add your modifier to the result. With these 3 steps in mind, let's see some ability checks in action with an example from Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. In this example, you're playing as a dashing human rogue by the name of Indiana Jones. In front of you is the very artifact that you've been looking for, but you know that every inch of this place is riddled with traps. If this were D&D, at this point in the game you'd tell the DM, "I'd like to check for traps." Thinking through the 6 main abilities as well as the 18 more nuanced skills that your character possesses, the DM decides that checking for traps would most likely use the investigation skill. The DM would then reply with, "Okay, give me an investigation check." You quickly scan your character sheet for your investigation skill modifier. Finally, you'd roll a d20, add your investigation skill modifier, and tell the DM what you got, a 23. So, are you able to find any traps? Remember that the D&D Player's Handbook described an ability check as an effort to, quote, overcome a challenge. The challenge is represented by a number set by the DM called the difficulty class, or DC. The higher the DC, the more difficult the ability check, with DC 5 being an extremely easy task, like stepping over a puddle, and a DC 30 being a nearly impossible task, such as convincing a demon lord that he doesn't actually want to take over the planet. The DM might tell the player this number ahead of time so they know how difficult the challenge is, but in most cases, it's kept secret until after the player rolls. To pass an ability check and successfully complete their task, a player must reach a total that is equal to or higher than the ability check's DC. In our example, you got a 23 total, which beat the DC 20 that the DM had set, allowing you to successfully find the trap. Now that you know how to make an ability check, let's watch what happens next with our 3 steps in mind. Having triggered the trap on the pedestal, Indiana Jones must now navigate the quickly crumbling temple. To do so, he'll need to make a series of saving throws, which we'll cover in our next video.